Hi, I'm Mark Cleghorn. Welcome to the Photography Academy, and today we're talking about creative aperture in studio. We're just kind of using the headshot as an excuse to make the film, but it's really about exploring wider apertures for more creativity and the problems that they might incur. I think one of the first things that as a photographer who's trying to change their path, get a little bit more kind of creative, we want to move away from this kind of stuck triangle that is basically throughout the world. In other words, the average photograph is taken from 5 feet 2 inches high, it's shot on a medium zoom lens, and it's shot at f8. So in everything we're about to do, we're changing that, okay? But we're also going to explore some of the problems that kind of getting a little bit more creative with the kit can occur. But remember, beauty's in the eye of the beholder the whole time, all right? So all you've got to do is think about, is this right for me? If it's a commercial style of photograph you're doing, in other words, for sale, that's a different thing, because is it right for the client, and is it right for, if it's headshot, for their agents, if it's right for a portrait client, what's this going to look like if it's 30 inches on a wall, whatever it would be, all right? So when we're into the creative element, though, I would encourage you to actually start to look a little bit more outside of the normal. The lighting that we're using today, we've kind of just kept to a simple 2-light setup in a sandwich style. And basically we've got the key light running at around about the 4 o'clock position, 5 o'clock position, yeah. And then I've basically got a separation light running around about the 11 o'clock position. We call it a sandwich light setup because basically if you think about it, it's 2 pieces of white light, 2 pieces of bread. We've got a subject in the middle, nice fill in, sandwich, done. All right, so it kind of gives you the idea. I've still got the reflector panels actually in place, but I can maneuver these, change them, switch them off, take them away, whatever I want to do. But really what we're looking at in this shot is kind of where the problems are going to be. So specifically, it's going to be depth of field for creativity. Accept it, move on from it, at least you know how your lens is going to work. So we're going to pretty much keep to a head and shoulder style of image. I haven't lit the white background. I've just put a portable background system which is white behind her, but it's not being lit. It's only being lit by any spillage and things. Usually we'd have a light coming in from just on the side, bouncing off the back wall, and this will give me a pure high-key kind of background, and then we kind of move from there. But for this image, we're looking at kind of how we can use a creative aperture to give a little bit more, perhaps, of a fine art feel. Pull the body to me and just raise up the chin just a little bit more for me. It's gorgeous there. Let's do it. And relax. So we've got Natalia in, and she's a dancer extraordinaire, just actually passed all of her degree and everything else with it and things ready. But we're looking at doing a kind of a real mix and variety of headshots for her during the course of today. And what we're looking at is this kind of lovely look and feel to the image. Now, you can see already we've given it a bit of a fairy kind of light and brightness kind of the image, but really what we're looking at is if we're shooting at the likes of a certain depth of field, he says, where's the problem's going to be? So already the top of the chest here is kind of out of focus, it's gone. We've got this lovely, beautiful long neck that she has. In fact, if anything, I think we're overlighting the image by the reflected light from below. We'll move that out towards the end. But we focused in on this eye with the right hand eye if we look at her like that. But look already, the lip is gone and everything else. So creative aperture, good for creativity, but of course it can create some problems along the way with us and things really. So we've either got to keep the plane, in other words, if you could facelift, take off the face and make it flat, then basically any aperture is going to work. But just from here, we've probably, by raising up the chin, shooting from a lower angle up, we've probably created about a 3-inch difference in depth of field from the eye itself to the chin. So that's why we've got the kind of out of focus chin here. But I think it works really, really well. Let's kind of just play around with that to begin with. I am going to switch this one off straight away. When I say switch it off, all I mean is I turn it down, okay? So it's kind of not adding in. So it sounds a bit weird when you turn off a reflector. Okay, Natalia, leaning towards me again. Let's push those arms behind like you're flying. Turn the body around towards there a little bit more. Turn the head back to me. That's gorgeous. Raise the chin more. That's gorgeous. Okay, let's do the one shot first. And I think we're going to look here with the eyes. Just there, darling. Keep it. Stay there for me a second. I'm just going to increase the aperture by 2 stops. And again, the same shot, relax. So what I just did, I increased the ISO by 2 stops to allow me quickly to move from the kind of the 1.8 aperture here to the 3.5 aperture that we've got here. So straight away we would start to see more of the lip slightly in focus, but if we just go back once more and we kind of just pinch in on the face, on the lips, we can see they are still not sharp. That is going to need a bigger depth of field to kind of create the image that we're trying to actually achieve. That is only if we want those lips sharp. Perhaps we actually want her beautiful lips sharp and the eyes to actually go out a little bit more. So in that case, I just move my focus point. Let's do the fly-in pose again. That's lovely. Raise the chin up more, darling. Let me just change the focus position. Keep there on the lips. Raise the chin more, darling. There you go. Relax. So now, of course, I've focused in on the lip, so I now know that this part of the body is absolutely pin sharp. Beautiful lips there, yeah? However, if we start to move now and we look at the eye, he says, we can see it's gone. All right? So there is no definition in there at all with us. So we've got to really look at what we're trying to do. Probably this eye is going to give us a little bit more depth of field here, the left eye as we look at it, because it's slightly closer to the plane that the lips are on, but nowhere near as much. So we already know that if we want to have this kind of a beautiful kind of image sharp from the lip to the eye, we're going to need a bigger depth of field. I would say we need to shoot around about 5.6. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, sorry. So I need to go, let me switch on my meter a minute. In fact, I'll do it from the back of the camera. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You'll see the lights dim and then come back up, yep. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've just increased the actual amount of flash to give me that bigger depth of field. The same fly-in pose for me, please, darling. It's gorgeous there. Let me just focus in again now. Mid-range on the nose. Stretch the chin, darling. It's beautiful. And relax. So now, through that aperture, you can see we've now been able to control a sharp lip and a sharp eye as well, okay? What I did, in fact, in the focus point, whoop, wrong button. What I did is I actually focused in on the midpoint of the kind of the bulbousness of the nose itself to actually kind of get that lovely kind of depth. So instead of just focusing on the lips, I focus midpoint between the eye depth of field and the actual lips to kind of help the depth come together. And straight away, you know, by doing that, I'm just going to lose this for a minute. Straight away, I've created a little bit more of a creativity. As it is, though, guess what I like? I actually like the out of focus depth of field. So I'm just going to go back again. I'm going to decrease my aperture. First of all, with the ISO, so just kind of take it back again. So it's 1, he says 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, back down 2 stops. So that's down to 2.8. So straight away, let's do the fly again for me, darling. Push the top of the body towards me a little bit more. So bend from the hip up to me. Raise the chin and turn it towards there. Slightly turn the head away from, that's beautiful, darling. Raise the chin a touch more. Eyes a little bit higher. Gorgeous there. So there's our 2.8. So we get a lovely kind of beautiful image. So you can see how I've increased that bit of shadow running down the left-hand side of the face anyway. Let's do the same thing, Natalia, just leaning out. I'm just going to reduce the power down now on here. Relax a minute. So I'm at f2.8, so I'm going to go 3, 1, 2.8, sorry, 1, 2, 3. Let's go to f2, so down a full stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm lowering the power down of the flash now, and I've changed my aperture. Let's do it again. Let's not quite as wide. Let's push them back. That's lovely. And again for me, darling. Raise the chin a little bit more. Turn the nose away from me. It's lovely. Let me change the focus point on that other eye. Turn the nose away from me again. Away fully to there. That's lovely. Focus back onto this front eye. Raise the chin more, darling. Keep it. Eyes closed for me. Eyes closed. Raise the chin more. Eyes closed. Relax. Yeah, nice. So we've got this lovely kind of look and feel. If I kind of just now come in and just do a little bit of a closer up style of image of the same thing, this is where you've really got to watch the kind of the shallow depth. So remember, we're at the f2 level. Turn the body that way a little bit, darling. Let me just come down a little bit lower, I think, and shoot up on you more. Do that slight lean towards me again. Lean the head onto the ear. It's gorgeous there. Let's do it. Keep it. Let me come back a little bit more. There you go. It's lovely. Keep it. Raise your chin a touch more for me, darling. Turn the head away from me a touch more. Turn the nose towards your left. That's lovely. Look high with the eyes. It's beautiful. Relax. Nice. So again, what we're doing is this lovely kind of creative. Let's do the same thing, but look in the other direction. Natalia, if you turn your body around towards there for me. Good idea to always keep the subject's feet on the floor, because otherwise if they're leaning in and their feet are off the floor, they're going to fall off. It's not a good idea on camera, is it? Same thing, just looking off towards here again for me. That's lovely. Turn the nose away more, eyes higher. Just let me relax. So I want to keep that lovely space above her and things really. It's beautiful. Again for me. Focus change just to that far eye. Turn the head away more for me, darling. And again. Keep it. It's great. Love it. So again, it's all about your kind of choice for a creative aperture. That's all you can do. But the thing about this film is just encouraging you to move away from the normal. So if you always shoot on f8, try 5.6. If you always shoot on f5.6, try 2.8. You know, but do it at the end of your shoot, or try and actually just do that little bit of a play time. Or if you need a kind of a mental break and you just want to go, okay, you know, before we get changed, let's have a little bit of a look at what we could do and what happens if. And that's what we want to do in photography. What happens if? Hope you enjoyed this film. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.